again.
Whatever game you got, I'll watch the last one. I saw the random points report.
I was also getting 4 tickets, so there was like a bunch of people, and I was like, I got them.
Whoa!
Tickets, like, yes,
We're going white, Kris.
And I was like, got it. And I was like,
I'm not gonna. You didn't even try. You didn't even try.
and after I talked him into paying more for better seats.
No, I gave us something that was done.
How long you guys put this thing? Oh, God.
Is there a difference? Are you a good guy with a gun?
I didn't claim that. I didn't say that. It's true. That's not. I said the guy. And that was it.
Technically, you said a guy.
Oh, I
With
said
a gun.
the guy.
With a gun.
That's even less specific.
Right.
No, I couldn't go to college with that lady. Like, if I went to school with them and I walked by that every day, just ignore it, I couldn't do it. I had to transfer.
Right?
I just was like, I could wasted my entire day sitting there going,
Oh, that hit me in
the Kris lady who like originally said all that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that?
That's what it came
That's
from.
not the song?
The song came from like her being like, if she has one margarita, she's gonna open her legs. So now
I didn't know that was the original thing.
That's a good point. It's not different than group college.
Yeah, I never did. That's not. That is honestly probably more productive than what I spent my time doing.
I remember one time when I didn't go to class, there was like a mom thread it was like a college thing. And then my mom started calling me, and I had to pretend like, oh yeah, we're out in the parking lot.
It was a whole thing.
I think we're gonna cancel the rest of the day. I think we can just go home. Yeah, we're just gonna go home.
The place I had already.
It's like, you're not fucking kidding me.
Okay.
Calm down. This is about you.
Yeah, so quick around this place.
I need you to be clear because you know that it is nothing of consequence. You know what fell. Cool, thank you. Oh, yes, it's that's fine. I have not.
Wow. The leaky move. The leaky. Oh, but they do it clear. Oh shit. Why did I hand it to you?
Yeah, after shooting me. That was dumb. That's on you.
That one is on me.
We don't have a light tonight.
That's the light.
You're gonna know when it's time to get off stage.
Kris is gonna be like,
And the drunker I get, the better my aim is. So.
yeah.
I've been trying to be better about it, and I just am starting to get
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And really, all the people. I'm not gonna lie, I brought out the term chuckle fucks when I was hosting last week at Misfits. Because I was like, ladies and gentlemen, I was like, that's not very gender inclusive. Chuckle fucks. Is chuckle fucks gender neutral? And I got a resounding yes. So, I'm definitely keeping it.
And it's better than chuckle fuckers.
Yeah, but I think the chuckle fucker's also not gender.
Also, yeah.
You know what?
Still count.
I'll give you that one.
I think it's just the hard R is always worse. The hard R is worse. That's the rule. I don't know what
Oh, that hard R.
It's been a long time since I've made my gonna have like the dash H.
You can do a hat. It says hard, all lowercase, but the R is capital. It's a little bigger.
Yeah.
That took me way too long.
I would like to not get my ass beat on the way to and from any open mic I decide to host.
Can we up it to like a Rainier R?
Oh, beautiful. See, then it's local. You can take it to Idaho. They love it. Hey, keep that shit up.
I mean, Idaho would love it, but that's a low bar, buddy.
Just say it.
Hopefully you're not from Idaho if you're tuning in. Thanks, by the way, for being here with us on the YouTube. We're going to be kicking off shortly. Until then, we're just going to be fucking around for a minute. Hope you like it.
We're live.
That's why I sent
No.
a link.
I'll share it.
I am like.
Everybody's heard that shit.
Should I get off the mic?
Not
I
necessarily.
hear you.
No one wants to.
Oh, good. I trademarked that hat I did. Just trademark it, just in case. It's off.
With the hard R.
We like to do our theme song.
I think that's...
So you gotta stop.
Trademark.
Mac.
Trademark.
Like M-A-C, trade back.
Trademark.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It hasn't actually kicked off yet, don't worry.
Okay.
No, we just out here.
Anything.
She knows I gave her the lowdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not giving the high up.
Ha ha ha.
I'm ready for action.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you can play on the Switch now. It's awesome. You should get it. Like, play this game.
Where is this? And I'm sure they could like futuristic motorcycle racing games. Like track racing games.
Okay.
And it's like,
It wasn't serious.
it wasn't good. They appreciated it. Was like, okay. But you make it like, and it was like an alphanumeric base or something. I don't quite remember. Is anyone ever?
I am.
Set a precedent.
I mean, you're allowed to say no. I'm not asking for consent. That's how it works.
Get back here.
You better
Dad? Dad?
No, I'm asking with a no. Say yes.
You're gonna pull the guys. You're pulling the trigger. No!
You're just gonna hear it.
Yeah. Put that I'm gonna just go on
It's gonna be on Snapchat now.
It's like you're gonna shoot me? Well.
It's gonna end my show. It's one fucking ring.
Yeah.
So
Very hands-on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you show up to the ER, you're like, what I asked for.
She said.
God, my wife's flying right now.
Just stay clear of her face.
Yeah.
Hello. Who's scheduled?
See you here.
There's definitely a delay.
You guys pick the music to play right now, or is that happening?
I made a playlist. It's all non-copyright, so we can play it on YouTube and on
This
Facebook.
is sick. I have this album. I'm listening to this
That's why
Now, your first mistake was not getting a suction cup dart. Just running on the heads of the audience.
I thought it would be good. Bullet is fucking good.
Yeah, targets will just look like they got attacked by an octopus.
A couple dogs down the shoulder, you know? And Lizzie's in the middle.
Lizzie Gobblers.
Those blizzards were taking off though.
I've seen that. Yeah. And his buddy doesn't feel good.
That's smart. Is the virgin syrup on I say we make a secret sauce with the virgin syrup and Chick-fil-A sauce together.
You have it for a second.
That would be great. Put some nuggets on top. We're doing a tasting tray of cards.
I mean,
What's it called? A slice?
I hope that's not true.
They just like come in different flavors. Yeah, why the part's not, you know?
go all the Ricky Lots.
Well, I don't think you buy like so brand,
Just fucking
like
stack. Recycle lyrics.
I might be
Pasta, right?
On top of the cell. Yeah, I mean, breakfast. But
I get so fresh. Sometimes Piggly Wiggly. I had my double shot of Evan Williams. Evan Williams Taylor. Now, I wish my name was Budweiser.
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 I checked out already.
Bud, middle name Light Taylor. No, what's the name?
It's a great band.
Introducing the Rage on Stage.
Oh, it's like Natural Light.
I was gonna say that.
Natty Light.
That's what a lot of us call them Natty Light.
The Rage on the Stage.
Rage on.
The more you know.
They didn't put a sticker over there. You didn't put a sticker over your album.
Yeah.
He makes a good point.
What point's that?
Well, the immediate thing that he had said was, you haven't put a sticker over your Apple thing yet?
I don't. Yeah, I feel weird about putting stickers on stuff because I'm like, what if I then don't use this thing and then the sticker's gone forever? I don't know. I feel weird about it.
We have literally hundreds of that sticker.
Okay.
I'm just... It can be gone forever. We've lost so many of these. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Everything and Nothing.
Another episode. I thought we were doing the roast of you, not like the roast of my anxieties.
I mean, look, that hasn't started yet, okay? I haven't brought any of these fun people that are going to make fun of me all night on stage. So right now, it's just me and you, buddy.
Oh, well, wait, hold on. Who do we have, Kris? Tell our audience who's
That's true. That's true. All right. Now, some of you can see these people, so I'm going to do some pointing. Over here, we have the one, the only, Chad Allen Gemma.
coming all the way from Astoria, because he loves me. Look, it's a long drive. I respect the hustle, okay? We've also got Dani Schi on the bill. Don't worry, she's not. And then in the back there, we have Josh Larsen. And then we may have a surprise host partway through the night. We're going to see how that goes.
Super secret surprise.
I'm blind, so I can't see. There we go. I saw a no.
Definite,
that was a
definite nodding going on, up and down.
fresh.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this right here is the roast of Kris.
Yay.
That's me. Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. My birthday was June 6th. And so we always do the episode around the nearest holiday to when the episode is going to happen.
Close enough.
Now, the fun part about this is that this is actually my girlfriend Chelsea's birthday today. Like, this is her birthday. So happy birthday to Chelsea. I will also let you know, those of you that decided not to be here in person, you're fucking up. There are cupcakes.
Oh.
Cupcakes are definitely open and up for grabs later. We're going to get to those. If you've never been here or done this fun thing, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up our 3 guests one at a time. They're each going to do roughly 10 minutes of material of their own. And then after we've gotten all that out the way, we're going to bring everybody back up on stage, and we're all just going to kind of hang out and chat for a while. There's usually a games section of our show, and tonight that is being replaced with a roast of me. So that's what's going to happen there. I will also let the audience... For Chelsea's birthday, I am being roasted. That is 100% true. This whiteboard plays all kinds of fun importance to the night.
That's a fun surprise for later. That's a super secret surprise for later.
Okay, well then. This board is a super secret surprise for later. Yeah. Look, Charlie, you're allowed to make decisions.
Well, I mean, you can explain it now. I'm just...
No, clearly not. Charlie, it's okay. You can make decisions.
All right, well, I think we should just say it. I think we should,
I heard you.
Like, we gave them a teaser. Now they're all wondering. Now that they're going to be...
That's true.
That's going to pay off later, and you guys are going to be blown away.
I'm also going to have to remember, throughout the night, we do also award points.
That's true.
They're for things that are funny or cool or pop culture referencey enough during the conversation. In this case, the better your roasts are, you will also earn points for that. We're gonna get back to that later. I'm sorry, I had a whole. That's fine.
No,
nobody tells me shit. I'm gonna be honest, guys.
Please. No, I mean,
here.
I'm not trying to stop you.
Nah, because I'll just go forever.
Okay.
Look, everybody. I am genuinely going to be the least funny person on this whole stage. So we're just going to get this shit rock and rollin', moving and grooving. Are you ready for your first comedian of the evening?
Yeah.
You're goddamn right you are. Keep clapping. Louder. Yeah. For Chad Allen Gemma!
Holy shit, guys. How are you all tonight? How are all 3 of you tonight? Doing good? Doing good? That's awesome. I haven't done stand-up in 3 years, since pre-COVID. And coming back to stand-up after a long period of time is like running into an ex-girlfriend after a long period of time. You guys decided to take a break. You did little to zero self-improvement. And you see her, and you're expecting to win the breakup, right? And then you get back, and it's like, holy shit, she won the breakup. That's not funny, it's just sad. My name's Chad Allen Gemma. For those of you wondering why I use all 3 of my names, my first name almost wasn't Chad. My first name was almost Vincent. And I'm going to give you a minute to spell out those initials, Vincent, Allen, Gemma. Gemma's with a G, by the way. That's right. My initials almost spelt vag. And I don't know if you've seen me, or the fact that I'm friends with Kris, to mean anything to you. I got bullied a lot in high school. That's where that was going. So like, I didn't need the name Vince. I'm glad my dad didn't get a second choice because I felt like Francisco would have been a lot worse. So, yeah. God, my dad, he's a huge fan of that joke. My dad, back when I was doing stand-up, he was pretty supportive of me. The best compliment I ever got was after Portland's Funniest Person. I got approached by my dad afterwards. He goes, "Bud, I think that was your best set ever, except for one thing. You should tell John Panette jokes." And I'm like, yeah. He's like, "Your jokes were great, bud, but you should tell this other person's jokes entirely because they fucking suck." No, he told me that, and I was like, "Dad, I can't do that. That's called plagiarism." And he's like, "Well, what's wrong with that?" And I go, "Well, I know that's how you got through high school, but comedy's a different animal." My dad and I have a great relationship. No. Speaking of my family and stuff, so we are of Italian descent. I went to New York recently and met a guy who is like really Italian, like makes his own tomato sauce, grows his own veggies and everything to cook, and this guy is like as fresh off the boat as one could be. I told my dad about him. He goes, "Well, did you tell him about all the cool stuff we do?" And I'm just like, "Dad, we're not the cool kind of Italian. Like, we're not East Coast Italian, Dad. Yeah, Dad, you have a secret sauce recipe. But here's the secret, folks. He got it from Rachel Ray." Yeah. Secondly, my Nana, she used to make homemade pizza. But it was French bread pizza. Guys, like, how do you fuck up the most Italian dish ever? Like, and then lastly, I told him, I was like, "Dad, we are Italian like Christopher's lasagna is Italian. Like, we may have started off in Italy, but America fucked us up. Like, I'm just going to be honest there." Jesus. How are we all doing tonight? Y'all having fun? We're having fun? That's good. That's real good. Charlie, you doing good?
Chad, I'm good.
Yeah? What are you drinking, Charlie? I don't give a fuck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Charlie. I love you, dude. The last 3 years have not been kind to my waistline. I don't know if you know this or not. I'm overweight, or as my doctor says, damn. No, I'm definitely overweight, and this was made apparent to me over a couple of different situations. First of them being, I was playing D&D with a group of guys. That's not the funny part. I was playing D&D with a group of guys, and one of the guys said, "Chad, you look like somebody who knows a lot about gas station food," and I was like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" And he goes, "It's better if I don't explain." So that was the first thing. The second thing that made me realize that I need to do something about this is I went to, there's this store at the Clackamas Town Center called Gifts from Afar, and they sell a lot of Asian clothing. And when I say Asian clothing, I mean like anime waifu clothing. Kris knows. Kris knows. He's been there, I bet. Yeah. But I went up to the salesperson there because there was a jacket that I found and it didn't have a size listed on it. And I go, "Hey, what size is this?" And she goes, "Oh, that's a large, but in Oriental sizing, that's a triple XL." And so I'm like, "Cool. I'm obese on 2 continents now? That's fantastic. That's fucking great. It's fucking good." Let's see, where was I? But yeah, I'm fat. Fat, sad. I have and a lot of it's due to my job. I have a very sedentary job. I do sales. that's the worst part about that job. I get to work with some pretty neat people. There's this guy that I used to know. I used to work with him. His name was, I probably shouldn't say his real name. We'll call him Steve. Steve was an older guy, probably late 40s, early 50s, give or take. And he was missing all the fingers on his left hand except for his thumb. He was a very good sport about this, and I'll get into that. I wanted, for the first 3 months that I knew this guy, I wanted to ask him so badly how he lost his fingers. My mind was racing. I was like a dog trying to bite at his nuts, except he's got the cone in between. My cone is social decency. So that was why I didn't ask him. And every time I wanted to ask him, I could hear my mom's voice in the back of my head saying, "If you fucking ask that man why he lost his hand, I swear to God I will beat your ass." My mom's great. So I wanted to ask him so bad, and I was sitting there just racking my brain, like, how the fuck did he lose his hand? And then out of nowhere, one day, he goes, "So Chad, I bet you're wondering by now," and I'm like, oh fuck, we're doing this. He goes, "I bet you're wondering by now how I lost my fingers." And I go, "Quick question, did losing your fingers give you the ability to read minds? Because, yeah, that's what I was wondering exactly right then." Turns out it was a mill accident, which is boring as fuck. He and I would talk about it every now and then, and has it impacted your life? Not too much, no. And he and I would joke about it from time to time. He would say things and tell me, "Chad, let's get this done. Chad, let's do this. Chad, we need to do this." And I'm like, "All right, Joe, yeah, let's do that. More hands make less work." And he's like, "Well, I only have one hand, you asshole." Jesus, Kris. Shots fired! So there was the last, what I'll end on is the funniest story, the funniest thing that happened with Joe, or Steve. Shit, I said his real name. I won't say his last name, but funniest thing that happened is one day he had lost his knife, and he was freaking out. This is a knife that he'd had for years, and he's like, "Oh crap, I lost my knife, I don't know where it is." And I'm like, "Joe, you have a bad habit of losing things." And he goes, "Chad, no, you don't understand. This knife was given to me by my dad. He's dead now, and I can't live without this knife." And I was like, "Well, Joe, you seem to be doing fine without fingers. So what's a knife?" Oh, he laughed. It's okay. You can. She's giving me the silent little clap. All right. Well, I'm gonna get off stage, guys. Thanks.
That's right. Keep it going for Chad, Allen, Gemma. Also, again, I talked about shooting these people before we got up here. I want you to know that I didn't shock him with that.
It was pre-approved.
Yeah. Then why did I ask you? I want you to know the reason Chad is here is because about 4 years ago, he decided when he lived here that for his birthday, he was going to have the roast of Chad, Allen, Gemma. And he needed at least one other weeb to actually make fun of him in a way he could understand. And so I need you to know that every time this man calls me, it is with the words, "Hey, Kris Cox, weeb extraordinaire!" And that's a greeting in Chad, Allen, Gemma's world. I just want you all to know who he is before we keep this going. That is also how I'm in his phone, apparently. Are you ready for your next comedian of the evening? Goddamn right you are. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Loudly. There you go. For Dani, Schi!
I don't know what a weeb is. I don't know. My roasts aren't going to be great. I don't speak this language. I was also thinking about Joe. When you brought him up, I was like, he can't kill himself. He lost his knife. How's he? It's a little bit about me. I'm looking for a cult. Anybody got a good cult? That's the only reason I came. I don't know Kris that well. How am I going to roast him? I'm looking for a cult. I'm tired of making decisions. I'm really tired of making decisions. It's too hard. I'm done. And they say a lot of things about cults. A lot, Charlie. There's a lot of documentaries, and there's never one where people are like, you know what? It was not great, but because I was just overwhelmed with the amount of decisions I had to make. I couldn't get out of bed with all those decisions. That's not what they say about cults. They say that they tell you how to dress and what you should eat and who you should sex. They tell you all of that. And they don't say good things about the sex. I know that I'm assuming that the sex is terrible. Nobody's like, oh, it was fun fucking the leader. That's not what they say. I'm aware of that. But we're not having great sex in our not cult, right? I'm not the only one having terrible, it's not just me. There's a lot of comics here. There's definitely people having regretting decisions. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking for a cult. Not great at decisions. I am very good at having depression. I'm just very good at it. Thank you. I'm so good at it. I diagnosed it all by myself. I'm managing it all by myself. I'm not great at self-care. I'm very stubborn, so I'm still alive. So we're fine. It's mostly fine. I just sometimes get trapped. My body gets trapped in my bed because my brain can't decide what to do after I pee. It's just too much. It's just too overwhelming. I did, and I got, because I like to do everything the cool kids get, I got real bad in 2021, Then I got fired from my emotionally abusive job, so I'm better now. I'm making more money. Thank you. Making more money. I have bigger closets. I moved, I have bigger closets, and now I can fill those closets with stuff. So I'm very happy. It's just a lot of stuff in dark rooms. It's going fine. It's good, because I got real addicted to British panel shows on the YouTube reels. Yeah. They're fine. They're pretty funny. There are some of them. I got specifically addicted to 8 out of 10 cats. Yeah. It's good. It's like comedians competing to see who can do simple math and spelling better. Yeah. And they're not good at it, so the competition doesn't go. It's comedians. It's hard. So it's fun to watch, and it is pretty good if you're worried about failure and stuff, because I failed a lot, but I've never failed at Simple Edition on international TV, never once. So it makes you feel better. But if you're 5 days of laying in bed just scrolling, rewatching comedians fail at simple math, you're it's probably time to start full dosing shrooms. That's the opposite of microdosing, right? I'm not great at drugs either. I don't know. I just heard good things about shrooms. It's fine. Better. I thought I was doing great. I did think I was doing great, but then the other week, it was a couple months ago, if we're being honest, I relapsed. Real hard. I was trying to decide, do you make dinner or do laundry? And so I sat down and watched a lot of YouTube reels, and it was just all coming up One Direction. And that direction was the band One Direction, all of it. I don't know how it got there, because I don't know pop culture. That's not a thing. The comedians were talking about music. I was like, what is that? Margaritas. I don't know. Something. I gave up in high school when people were deciding who's their Backstreet Boy character and who's their favorite NSYNC boy character. Remember that? And then one of my friends was like, I hate Hanson. And I was like, there's more than two of those bands? How do you have emotional connection to them all? That's nonsense to me. I don't even know. They all look the same. They sound the same. How do you know who sings what? So I gave up, all right? I gave up. But this night, I don't know. I was scrolling, and it was coming up, and now I know that Harry Styles doesn't come from the Jonas Brothers. That's what I learned. I learned that Simon Cowell's still a thing, so it was a little bit upsetting. It was upsetting on multiple levels. It wasn't great. But I was scrolling, I didn't know anything about it. And now I'm in the Larry Stylinson cult. Anybody in the Larry Stylinson cult? It's bad. I need out real bad. All right, because this cult is they care about love, they're all very excited by One Direction, reuniting. And I'm that's too much happy emotion for me. I just want to talk about murder. That's all I want to talk about. They're kindness. And I'm it's not a good murder weapon. That's not how you kill people, all right? I've done experiments, all right? If you want to kill a person, don't try kindness. Like, don't kill people. I need to back off. I'm not... This is airing places. It's illegal to promote murder, and I'm just saying, like, if a person should be killed and they're about to be hit by a bus, maybe don't tell them. I don't see why you gotta be nice to people if it's not gonna kill them. That's all, like, so I've digressed. I'm stuck in this cult, though. Like, I don't know, it was just like I was scrolling in all of this One Direction, and I don't know, have you guys seen these One Direction videos? Do you know that they're a band? Yeah. For you who don't, they're a very touchy band. These kids are just touching a lot. Like, they're just always, like, crammed on interview. Just a lot of, Josh, get it out of your mind. It's not inappropriate touching, all right? It's a family thing. It's a family show. It's fine touching. It's just fine. It's fine. It's kind of like, remember when we were in high school? It doesn't matter what age. I've tested this. So it doesn't matter what age you are. If you were in high school, the boys would do things intimate to the other boys, you know? Like just something nice, like a hug or whatever, and then yell no homo. You remember that in high school? It was good times. Yeah, One Direction's like that. They just don't yell no homo. That's the only difference that I saw. And it turns out, what I didn't know, but what turns out is that lack of toxic masculinity, like that melts the glacier I use to keep my heart safe. It does, and I didn't. And that's when the Larrys got me. That's when they sucked me into their cult, and I'm not happy about it, because I was just like there, and just all vulnerable, you know, and scrolling with abandon, and they were like, look at these two boys, Louie and Larry, that's their relationship name. They touch each other more than they touch the other boys. So now I'm scrolling, trying to figure out, like, do they tap each other's balls more than they tap the other's members? It's a lot. It's not great, you know, and I'm like, this is just trying to scroll to figure out, do they touch each other more? And I'm like, this is a problem. This is how, not just because of it sounds bad, but also because I was like, this is how people get sucked into QAnon. That's how, I don't know, like not because One Direction's a tool for the deep state. I didn't have time to figure that out. I didn't look into it. I was too busy trying to figure out, is Harry kissing his bicep as a secret call out to love, or just wiping snot off his face? It's hard to tell. I gotta be honest. Concert videos, not high quality. All right, so you gotta really study them hard. So I was watching them for hours. But I was also thinking about the insurrection. You remember the insurrection? It was yeah. Were you there? Okay, just check it. You gotta be safe, you know? Okay. You look like people that have been there, you know? Not as much as Kris. Hey, what is that? Is that because of time or because of insults? Okay. Anyway, I was thinking about her. The lady that was killed in the insurrection, and I just watched her documentary, and they said that she was just a normal Trump-hating American. You know, that's offense to Trump lovers, mostly my family, I think. Anyway, so she was just a normal Trump, but then one night she got on those YouTube reels, and she got sucked into QAnon, and then she's just dying in a crowd in the insurrection. And I was like, she was climbing a wall, and I was like, I get that. Like, if I accidentally got sucked into one of these One Direction, I would climb a wall. Like, I'd definitely jump on stage just to get away from, I don't like people. I'm fine with this, because you guys are over there, you know? But, like, anyway, I need out of this cult. It's messed up all my algorithms. There's no murder stuff on them all. It's all just boy bands, Taylor Swift songs stuck in my head. I don't know why. I don't know how they're, anyway, if any of you got good cult recommendations, I'll be up here later. All right, bye.
That's right. Keep it going for Dani, Schi! Once again, I did talk about shooting at them before they came up here. There was consent, I swear to fucking God. That's right. I also love, by the way, that I shot the stairs, and that's all it took to, like, scare Chad off the stage entirely. But I shot the stairs, and you didn't even notice. So I had to, like, get closer. It was good. It's fine. Are we having a good night, people? Chuckle fucks.
Chuckle fuckers.
We discussed this. I host an open mic on Tuesdays, and I kept saying, ladies and gentlemen, and it dawned on me that is not very gender inclusive. And I was like, I gotta find a different thing to call people. And like, I like that online I've seen captain as like one of the things. I like that a lot, but that's for people you respect. And I'm hosting an open mic, so I was like, chuckle fucks. Yeah, that's gender neutral, right? And the crowd fucking loved it. So we're gonna keep that energy in this room. I also want you to know there is not cocaine in Dani's system. That's just how she talks. It's fine. It's fine. It's a bad cult, guys. Are you ready for your final comedian?
Yes.
All right, are you ready for your last comedian of the three? Yeah. Goddamn right. Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping for Josh Larsen! Yeah.
Kris keeps letting us know that he asked for consent, but he doesn't tell y'all how he asked for consent that he could shoot at us. He said, y'all want to know what it's like being in high school right now? And, like, I thought that was off-putting. I did, but I thought that was a weird way to let us know. I got so lost during Dani's set. I hate that because she said, who sings in Hanson? And all I kept thinking was, oh, it's obviously Taylor, right? Obviously. Isaac's on guitar. He's the lead. He's the older brother. And then Zach, young kid, just like Animal from the Muppets on the drums, right? Mbop is fucking amazing. That's the only reason I rollerblade is because of Mbop, you know? Those kids look cool. Y'all three kind of make me feel like I'm on American Idol, except for Randy Jackson was replaced with Jamie from the Mythbusters. Like, I gotta sing about science just to make it to the next round? I don't know. Thank you. Remote work has become more popular, which I think is kind of cool, except for the more popular it becomes, the more relaxed we come with remote work. I was walking just to work, my commute, and a gentleman jogged by me talking about the budget with his company. Hey man, just go ahead and send me an email, and I'll get back to you just as soon as we get back. You son of a bitch, huffing and puffing while you're on a meeting with me. If I can tell that your stride is off during your meeting because I can hear the thump thump, you don't respect my time is what that means, you son of a bitch. I put pants on for this remote meeting and you're jogging? What an asshole. Portland streets are changing, they're changing. They're getting rough. Sometimes they're getting so rough that I can't tell a story to my daughter the way I want to tell. The other day, I saved a man's life while driving to an open mic. I saved him. Now here's the thing. I saved a crackhead. So my daughter's 8, I can't share that story before. Baby, you won't believe what happened last night. Saved me a crackhead, and I don't know if I saved his life, but I know I at least saved him from a stabbing, right? So I was driving, I was in the left lane, and it was a weird corner, and I saw up ahead the car in the right lane just stopped. Gentleman got out of the car and went woof woof. And I don't have great vision, but I assume when someone goes woof woof, they have some sort of weapon. And there was a gentleman on the sidewalk, and again, I don't have great vision, but he looked petrified, and he bolted for it. The problem was, this man was locked on with the gentleman with the knife. He was focused there. And I was locked on with the gentleman with the knife, and I was focused there. And then my car hit the gentleman running, and boom, 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 and he rolled over. And then we stopped, and me and the man with the knife, we looked at each other, and he almost said thank you, but also I don't know what to do now. And the same thing, the man who got hit, he looked at me, and he was almost like thank you, but I don't know what to do now. And then he just took off running. I was like, you son of a bitch, say thank you, right? The streets, no manners on the streets these days. That's ridiculous. When I walk to work, I like to smoke a joint, and so I tend to think weird thoughts sometimes. And I've played the game. If I got hit by a car on my way to work today, what car would I prefer it to be, And there's a lot of ways to think about it. I got a long walk, and so I thought, of course I want a sports car because I know they got money, and I can pretend, But but they're also pretty low to the ground and go relatively fast. I don't want a paycheck and only one leg, you know? Like if he hits me clean and he just takes it off, I thought maybe a Rolls Royce because he would hit me in the hip and then, you know, I could survive that. And then I started worrying about my worst fear. What kind of car would I not want to be hit by? And I learned it's a Mazda Miata because that's a gentleman who's going through a midlife crisis and he's low income. And the worst part is he's hitting another gentleman who's going through a midlife crisis with low income. And now I gotta bicker with him and the insurance company. That's gonna fuck up I don't got time. Sports are changing a lot. I feel like professional athlete, that doesn't mean what it used to mean. Back in the day, it used to really mean professional athlete. They are the elite. And now we have things on ESPN like the Professional Pickleball Association. Just a bunch of white folks who couldn't quite run around fast enough on a tennis court, so they're like, well, if we shrink it just a little bit, I might have a chance, you know? Look at that. Huh. Well, if this paddle doesn't hit so hard, I might be able to return that. Yeah, this is for me. Ooh. Frisbee golf, that's another dumb sport that people keep calling themselves athletes. Fucking hippie assholes. Like, I smoke weed and I look down on those people. Like, ugh, you give other stoners a bad name, you prick. They shut down Glendevere Golf Course because there was the Portland, Open. And there's just a bunch of assholes flinging frisbees and then clapping hands afterwards. And I watched just a little bit because I was in the neighborhood, but at the same time, it's like, they all look the same. And on one of them, they were like, oh, that's too bad, man. And then the other people are like, yeah, that's great, but they just threw the frisbee. They have cornhole on ESPN. That's a fucking stupid sport. You ever met one of those professional athletes, you know? It's the guy who delivers your packages, and what he does is he sticks stickers on his t-shirt and says he's sponsored. Fuck you. You throw a beanbag at a cardboard box. Piss off, Kevin. Jesus Christ. Therapy has become a real popular thing lately. A lot of people are doing therapy. I don't get it. Maybe it's just not for me, but I went, you know. And then she took my fun childhood memories, let me know that's called trauma. Now I'm diagnosed, that's cool. Like what a... I think she thought I was stupid, to be honest with you, which is, it's rough. Because what happened was, she goes, hey, before we get going, one of the things I like to ask people to think about this session is some of your deepest, darkest fears. I want you to think about it. I just went birds. Just birds. She goes, no, you don't understand. I want you to, again, through the whole session, I want you to just think something in your everyday life that fears. I'm like, bitch, birds. Like, birds are in my everyday life. Do you not go outside? Like, what the fuck? And I'm afraid of birds because I'm also afraid of how I get judged by people, right? Because here's the deal. Let's say me and a bird come like mano y mano down an empty alley. It's just me and this bird, right? I don't know how his day's been, you know? I don't know what he can do. And so let's say that he kind of stepped to me just a little bit and I got scared, right? And I, and I punted and I got rid of him. Jesus Christ, 8th grade. So I punt this bird, right? I can't put it on TikTok, right? I don't want to go viral for that, right? Fat guy fucks up little kids' field trip, kicking birds, you know? I can't, That's a terrible way to go out. The other part of it is, though, could y'all imagine if, again, let's say, man, maybe this bird's getting picked on by other birds, and I don't know, he's a little upset. And he could have been getting picked on for like 6 months and been in training or something, you know, working, like Rocky montage and shit. And then he like sidestepped me and I miss, and then he and now I'm up here with an eye patch trying to tell y'all jokes without telling you that I have an eye patch because a bird kicked my ass. I ain't gonna put that shit on TikTok. I ain't going down like that. Hey, thank you guys. My name is Josh.
That's right. Keep it going for Josh Larsen, everybody. Perfect. Okay, now, this is going to be the weirder part. I would like all three of the performers, and in fact, we're going to give Josh a couple minutes to get... Oh, you're just ready. Okay. Yeah, file on in, guys. File on in. Each of you gets a mic and a chair. And a chair. I mean, not you, but, like, the people I respect.
Wow.
I need to point out, this is just how we communicate. Chad knows I love him.
Very much.
If I didn't, I wouldn't even answer the phone when you call. I am very short. Correction. When I'm on the phone, my sentences aren't very long either. But, and it's because I'm always at work. I'm always doing something.
Yeah,
and so he's like, yeah, I just want to talk. And I was like, do you have questions about the upcoming event?
Yeah.
Do you have shit to talk about? And he's like, man, have you seen One Piece? Bye.
Yeah. Like the other day I call him and I swear to God, he goes, what? No. Just answers, what?
How do you expect people to answer the phone?
I was gonna say, who the fuck talks on the phone these days? Send the man a text message.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank the both of you.
I'm constantly driving, and so I have a lot of drive time with my job. I need something to do, and podcasts just don't do it anymore. Sorry, Kris. Sorry, Charlie. Podcasts just don't do it anymore.
You son of a bitch.
Kris is just better than a podcast.
Even my own podcast is what we're learning. Okay. I do want to give you... Oh, no. Some of those people left. We're going to let them come back, hopefully. Come back! Before I go and explain some of the fun.
They all go get drinks, you know.
Yeah,
you know.
no. I definitely want people to be imbibing. I do want to check in. Did I scare any of the audience with the shootings?
That's why they
I'm
all
sorry.
left.
Well... Josh was uncomfortable with it. So.
Are any of you guys scared?
I have a child.
Am I giving enough Danny DeVito energy right now?
So anyway, he started blasting.
Yeah! Points, Charlie. Points. I need you to know, I once was on a show called, oh shit, one of you help me with this. It's the one Jamie Stewart does, Full Contact Karaoke.
Oh, I wanted to do that so bad.
And the whole thing is people go up and they sing, you know, like at a regular fucking karaoke thing. And your job as one of the judges is to roast that asshole. It's just... And I'd be fair. You're not always gonna roast them. You know, some people actually do sing very well, and those people need to go get a real fucking job. Okay? That's not what karaoke is for. This is for us to have fun. Stop showing off. That's what your shower's for. Now, I had this lady up there who she gave me real Ricky Lake vibes. You know, and I said this to her, and then she mentioned to roast back that I give off real Danny DeVito vibes. And I had been drinking enough that I whipped off my shirt, got on my knees, and just started waddling towards the stage. I know now that is not a great thing to do. In the moment, it felt right, and like she gave me a hug, but I will never know if it was like genuine.
That was Danny DeVito from Twins, right?
Yep.
That's what you
100%.
Yeah.
I was thinking Elf Burt Kreischer. Like... Oh, shut up! Did I already?
Oh my God, you've activated.
Was it the word elf or Burt Kreischer?
Why would I tell you?
What?
Well, I
Good,
gotta
'cause I
know
have
what I'm
more
getting
elf
for
jokes.
bingo.
Oh, I've got elf jokes too. Elf better be on. It's elf.
It's elf. It's totally elf.
Just so you guys know what's going on here.
You've activated the trap card. It's,
Yes.
it's the secret surprise from earlier.
On here is what I have called Chris's roast bingo. It is the laziest jokes about myself that I could think of in the 15 minutes I was waiting for them to show up. And every time one of them mentions one of these items on here, it gets crossed off. I did put a name on it that way, because as Danny did point out, more than one of you may fuck this up for us, and that's fine.
It's gonna be me.
I'm not gonna lie.
Song.
As I...
It's gonna be me.
Now, none of them have seen what the bingo is. They just have to do their jokes and hope that it's not on here. Because if it's on here and if one of them gets the bingo, they don't get to join the smoke circle afterwards.
Damn.
Well, neither do you.
Look! That's automatic. That is not because I'm bad, okay?
It's not even because you're not on weed anymore. It's just because
Danny,
We all hate you.
I love you. Look, I
that
did.
makes me uncomfortable.
You spent like a week in a house with me in San Francisco for no good reason.
Yeah,
I know
why
how
did
that
y'all
sounds.
Do that? Real quick, like as somebody, they went to a festival in San Francisco, and there's a lot of Portland comics that go do this, and a bunch of them were dumb, and they decided to get a house together because they thought that a bunch of 20-year-olds would be able to live together, 30-year-olds, and not argue and not have. And what the fuck was that?
One, we didn't argue, and
Every
two,
time I ran into somebody from that house, when they were alone, they all said, "It fucking sucks." In the group, everybody was like, "Oh, no, we're having a great time."
That is not true.
Individually, each one of them was like, "Oh, get me away from these people." So
it's because most comics are really bad at planning. And Cassie reached out, or Chelsea.
Thank you.
Chelsea reached out. Happy birthday, Chelsea.
Happy birthday, Chelsea.
She's not even in the room.
That's fine.
It's on.
Probably
it's
for the
recorded.
best.
It's
She'll see it
recorded.
later.
You're fucked, dude. I'm sorry.
Was the only one that was like, hey, you guys are going to need to figure out how to get there and also where to stay. So it was live together for a week, which obviously not great. Kris was there. Was the real, I mean, we would have taken Chelsea alone. Or be homeless. So that's really...
I mean, on the streets of San Francisco, though, how was anybody going to know the difference?
I was gonna say, y'all would have been just fine.
Yeah.
Plenty of
It didn't even get cold. Like, and you've definitely got, like, survival knowledge, right? Like, you grew up in the boonies also, correct?
I just scare people. They're like, that's what, you know how there's people that you see and you're like, just stay away from that one. That's like, it's not like a scary, like, oh, they're terrified, but just like, she's got some problems. Just wide berth, you know?
I call those pigeons. That's for me, pigeons. That's what I call them.
That's fair. I'm also afraid of birds. That checks out.
I did the Before You Die Fest up in Alaska a few years ago, and Nathan Hart went to that.
Humble brag there.
You guys,
How many times is he going to talk about Alaska?
Hang on.
One time.
Look, all you got to do is submit, guys. I've only submitted to 2 festivals, and I got on both. It can't be that hard. Now, I go to this, and the fun thing about the birds in Alaska is that a raven is very different from a crow, right? Y'all are pretty used to crows out here. They're like this big, you know, they're pretty smart. I'll give them that. A crow could probably fuck up your day if they really, really meant to. I mean, not just Josh's, but
They like shiny things.
They fucked up my inflatable pool in the backyard.
the
Those
shiny
sons of
things.
Now who's
Or
humble
hat.
bragging?
They're going to be attracted to your hat.
$29.99 at Walmart. It's a humble brag.
I don't have a pool in my backyard. That's all I'm saying.
That's because
Do you have a backyard?
Yeah. I would like to double down on this humble brag.
You could put an inflatable pool on that little balcony of your apartment, then maybe you would, but it won't fit, so.
We try. But,
Ravens.
yeah, so ravens, on the other hand, are like this. The wingspan is like this, right? And like, it did not register in his head at all. And I need you to understand, if you need to know what Nathan Hart looks like.
Except with way more leather.
That's true. He does wear a big leather jacket. But other than that, that's essentially the weight and size of a Nathan Hart. It's pretty close. And I watched as he goes all like, with like majesty of like, oh, this giant black bird is approaching me. And then that, as the bird got like from Josh to me away, that just drained into like pure terror as he realized that it was like coming at him. And I watch a grown man get like gut checked by a bird, and it was beautiful. It's everything you think it's gonna be. The people around you are gonna love it, and you are gonna hate it.
That bird was like, nevermore, motherfucker!
And here's the thing, I could have intervened at that point.
Quoth me, bitch!
And I chose not to.
I'm gonna give that points.
All right.
There's no way that's on there.
No.
Okay.
No. I prepare poorly, so I only have one whiteboard. So when you get good points, also, it goes on the same board. So you're never really going to know what you've got until the end of this.
Dude, y'all don't. prep
Charlie
before
coming
your shit.
prepared!
You don't know when
You're
you're
right.
talking about the whiteboard. You don't know how many whiteboards you have. Jesus Christ.
They did discuss what color shirt to wear, okay?
They did.
You would think so.
You superficial motherfuckers. Goddamn.
No, we don't talk at all before we do this. That's the magic.
Kind of cute, though. I heard that.
Okay, I think the other one went to Josh.
Okay.
Josh definitely got
This is
points.
8 out of 10 count comedians struggling with simple math. This is the whole
Yo, I fucking
show.
kill at the math in that game, and it made
Yeah.
me learn I'm autistic, I think.
Oh.
Like, I'm too good at the math. Why would I be good if I wasn't a little off, right?
You got, as Theo Vaughn would say, you got that tism.
I got the tism.
You got that tism,
Just a
son.
bit. Just a bit. Like the math bit. Not the reading bit,
math
though.
bit?
Reading is a motherfucker. Let me tell you. I don't get that one.
Oh, no. Yeah. I just make up letters for it. I don't. It's partly because it's in Britain, so they spell it all different. That's what it is. They mess you up. Yeah, they spell it wrong in Britain. Anything.
Colors.
Yeah.
Coal hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in
Like,
England they
where's
call
the
it-
U in colors?
Yo, I'm so dumb. I was trying to
the
think about how to
second O.
spell that, and I didn't know what
Right?
you were talking about.
No, dude.
Like, damn.
Britain, they're fucking
Lures?
us up,
What
man.
is-
But you think you're Rain Man right now, is what?
Yo, throw some
No, he's
toothpicks
just a
out,
man
we'll find
standing
out.
in the rain. Like,
This is wet man. Yeah.
All right, what's
That's
the next
right. This is the next hour, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Strap in. Yeah. Oh man, Charlie. I think in the future, if we get to keep doing this, when the comics are up here, you should definitely have the microphone closer to your face.
I mean,
Right here.
their whole outfit matches, from the shoes to the pants to the shirt. They're not sure about whiteboard, just the whole thing.
You know what
And
the best
again-
part is? They're not for sure, it's theirs. It could be Chris's pants on Charlie, and it could be Charlie's shirt on Chris. They don't know.
Come on.
They're close to the
No.
same size, it looked nice in the mirror, so they went with it.
Again, no communication here at all.
Pure
wow,
synchronicity.
Kris not communicating. That's a surprise.
Very rare.
Wow.
That's points.
Oh man. Who would have seen it coming?
I thought that was gonna be on there, honestly. It's like just a square on there. Just Chris's deep psychological issues.
I'm gonna be honest. It almost was, but Chelsea took it off.
Okay.
I mean, you'd
that
have to
is
be
one thing.
way more specific. Like,
I did specifically have the word "sad boy" on there. That was.
You tell us you're doing a roast.
Deleting
and when
half
we
my
get here,
list.
You tell us you were stop smoking weed. And I had to cut like half of my jokes. 'Cause I don't know how Kris will think they're funny, but I don't know if sober Kris is gonna think they're mean or not. I don't know.
Mean is not a part of this equation. Either it's a good joke or it's not, buddy. This is why Dani gets to be here. She's mean 100% of the time.
It's why I'm not good at roast jokes, because I just want to be honest. Like, who wants to be funny? Just.
Everybody else
I
on this
mean-
stage.
that's like why we're here.
No, I'm here because HR told me to stop talking about murder at work.
And I encourage it, is the problem.
And I can't talk about it in public because they're like, oh, this is. But if it looks like a joke on stage, it's like she's just joking. That's all. Yeah.
You don't want no one looking into that past.
Yeah, but when I mentioned killing Kris, I mean, that's. I did know where he slept for a week.
How's that cult, Dani?
Yeah, you should think about just leading the cult. Like, I feel like
Murder She cult?
I do have a cult but the problem with starting a cult, lot of
Amway's-
decision. A lot of people
Amway's
are always
not a
like,
cult.
hey, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just satanic feminists. That's all I know so far.
Yo, what kind of
Okay.
Kool-Aid would you have, though?
This
That's
is,
what I'm...
oh, and so I don't know.
No, get
That's
that
what
color
it's
change.
too many decisions.
It's not a real
Too many
cult. She's
decisions.
just involved in doTERRA. Like, if she
don't
comes
know
up
what
to you
that is.
about
What
oils,
is
like
doTERRA?
essential oils.
What? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta pick something with a catchier like phrase, like Ozempic, right? Yo, that's catchy as shit. Holy cow!
Can you?
I know it ain't good for me, but I want to take it.
I mean, now I've just got the J.G. Wentworth song stuck in my head.
Magic.
No.
Yo, it's fucked up sometimes how that works so well. I went to go.
I need it now.
I will never have that problem. That is not a thing I will ever have to fucking worry about because I will never make money. But if I ever do, by golly, I know who to call.
Do you have a structured settlement, Kris?
You cash fast.
I mean, I definitely need cash fast.
I just need cash now. Like,
Yeah.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Is J.G. Wentworth a pimp? Is that what we're understanding right now?
I think.
I don't know. I've never thought about him.
I don't know what it does. I just know that they have commercials.
Is that
That's it.
Courtney?
I don't know what it is.
It is Courtney.
What's up?
Don't worry. Charlie's not leaving me. He'll be right back.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
I want to point out that you're cool is Dani. It is not me.
That was never in question, Kris.
Nobody was there. He's talking about Kris.
Write it down.
What are you, a weebie?
Not on there.
Is it a weebie?
So a
weeb.
weeb.
Weeboo.
Yeah.
A weeb.
Weeb.
Yeah, weeb, because he says the real way wrong.
I mean, are you guys confused? Am I the only
No,
one?
I'm super confused.
Okay.
So yeah, there are. I watch a whole shit ton of anime, like way
That's
more than a
basically it.
regular adult person ought to ever.
Right.
Or child, I'm guessing.
Can I? What's the? I love cartoons, but I don't get anime.
You don't like cartoons with a lot of fights in them?
But they're not fights. They're.
You're watching the no.
And
Fuck
then
Dragon Ball Z.
like
I'm
they
gonna start
say
there.
They hit him, but they didn't. And then, like at least the Ninja Turtles.
Also
I see
the
him kick
titties.
the
You are
guy
not
and he
wrong.
goes back. But instead, they just. And I don't.
I think she's trying to say a different word, but all I hear is titties. What is the word you're saying? Oh, it is. Cool.
Oh, she was saying titties. I'm glad
No,
you
I
cleared
narrowed
that up.
down on that just fine.
Ooh, that's what anime has? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
I mean, again,
Just
you gotta find the
waifus.
right anime. Don't watch Dragon Ball Z as a piece of shit. Dragon Ball Z abridged, great. Watch
Fucking
that.
hilarious.
It's on YouTube.
Yo, my kid's super into Pokemon, but that I can't get into that. That's dumb.
Nah, yeah.
It's dumb.
No.
It's so stupid. They're like, oh, I have a Pokemon, and look
In
at
the
Pokemon.
in the words of
That
Backstreet
is
Boys,
not what
it is
Pokemon
tearing
is,
up
though.
my heart being with you right now.
Yo, it's funny. I know a lot of that song, but I don't know shit about Pokemon. Damn.
I don't know that song.
But yeah, so like
Shit.
It's tearing up my heart.
That's
not-
Backstreet Boys.
It is? That's
Yeah.
the one? Why would you know?
Oh, wait.
that? That's
Because it's tearing
different
up
than
my heart
NSYNC.
when I'm with you. And when we are apart.
Oh, yeah.
I feel it
okay,
too.
I got it. Okay, I got it.
And no matter what I do,
I like how Danny's like, oh, no. I can't be serenaded by both of you. I will be in a brand new cult. It's not.
I made too much eye contact with Josh there. It was very uncomfortable. I was like,
I know, I'm giving off the Clooney effect with the gray and the beard, too, ain't I? It's
Yeah.
nice.
Josh.
It's nice.
Josh, can't be honest. It does. It
Does
works
it?
for you.
I know.
It works for you, buddy. Fucking way to go.
I feel just like Clooney.
no, you
Amazing.
don't. You're not.
I feel very
Ocean's
close
13,
to Chad.
here I come.
Physically very close to Chad. Uncomfortably close. But I'm like, I don't want to move closer to this.
See, you don't look distinguished. The light in your eyes is extinguished. That's it's not the Clooney years. It's,
Careful,
it's
Al
the
Borland.
the droopy years.
Damn, that's too old of a reference, isn't it? Y'all don't know what the fuck Tool Time is, do you?
back to
God
Tool
damn.
Time!
That sucks.
With Tim, the
Getting
Tool
fucking
Man
old.
Taylor.
Shit. Ugh, game changer, all right.
I like how as soon as I left them to their own devices, they just turned on each other. I'm like, no, keep doing that.
supposed to be
I'm
roasting
fine with
Kris.
that.
You stopped drinking or smoking weed.
Yeah.
And you became even more uninteresting. I don't know.
Guys, she's not wrong. I need you to understand. Oh, thank you. You're right.
Yeah, I never thought we'd have an episode where Charlie might talk more than Kris, you know? That's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you about what just happened when I was in the bathroom right now.
Dang.
Wait. Ooh. Was it that you also saw the very polite wall that says "nice cock, bro"?
Well, I did see that, yeah, but no. I was in there and I was at the urinal. And
As one does.
And the stalls, for some people in the audience who might not know, the stalls are right behind you when you're using the urinal. And the guy comes out of the urinal and he just walks out the door, no washing the hands. I'm not, okay, gross. Don't touch that guy's hand.
Are
but
they
then,
in this room?
And he poured him his drink.
I'm just call him out.
Name names.
But I didn't see his face, to be truthful. But then, so he walks out, and then I hear the door open again, and I'm like, okay, someone else walking in. But he's like, feels like he has to announce this. Forgot something in the stall, and he like walks back into the stall, and I'm like, I kind of like snickered because I'm like, you didn't need to tell me. I didn't need to know. Like,
dude, I get that though because
I've never seen your face.
Okay, let's say he doesn't announce it. You just watch a gentleman walk out of the restroom, instantly turn around, walk right back in, and then leave again. I'm not confused. I'm curious.
I mean, look, sometimes your asshole's just like, wait, hang on.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
But he was very quick. He went right back in, grabbed. He must have known exactly what he was getting, and then he took right up.
You don't mistake where your cocaine is, Charlie. You know exactly where you left
I've
it.
forgotten my phone in the bathroom before.
You're
like, I gotta set it down to wipe. Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
Wash my phone more.
Oh, God. It's my wiping phone.
We're gonna get a black light up in here in a minute and just scan everybody's phones real quick.
No.
Really, really gross everybody in the audience out. It's gonna be great.
Thank you for not leaving me hanging. Yeah. Sometimes it is. Don't use your mouth to hold on to your phone. Like that's. Yeah. I'm like, no.
Nah, I'm just a monster. I subscribe to the Dwight idea of how immunities work. You know, the more fucked up shit you do to your body, the more it can withstand, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. I mean, we know that you get your science from Dwight. Like, that checks out.
100%.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, he was
I thought something was going on over the things. There's just a rich man with a motorcycle out front. That's fine. I say rich. I think Josh is rich because he's got a pool in his backyard.
Yeah, dude, that hat really be blinging, man.
Man with the motorcycle walked to the open mic.
That's true.
So can't afford repairs.
Use them Lamborghinis, man.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You'll roll the dice with your car. On a motorcycle is another game, rolling the dice, because I thought I was going to roll the dice. I got like 3 blocks, and that back wheel just shimmied like a motherfucker, and I peed a little bit. So,
on your
I had
phone?
to change my pants. I might as well take the bike back home, you know.
Is it on your phone? That's Dani.
I crashed a motorcycle into a snowbank once.
Hang on.
It's just a thing that I did.
Cool.
Why were you on a motorcycle in the snow?
I was home and I was like, what are you going to do in the UP?
Oh, you are?
Oh, you're a
redneck, huh? Okay.
I said it earlier, and I meant it,
Yeah.
okay? Game recognizes game. That's what that was.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm not, like, that's so far away. I was like, he doesn't have a good shot. Like, that's not, why would I be worried about that?
Yeah.
This is,
Oh, yeah.
Now, when do you want us
I
to
want
make
you
fun
to
of you?
know that I was gifted. Charlie came home today with a present for me. It has unlocked the rest of my Danny DeVito energy. Okay? Every Tuesday, Courtney's husband, the real hijinks, co-hosts the open mic with me. He is a very tall, bald black man, and he mentions every week that we are twins. Now, I want you to know, half the night, he says that he's the Danny DeVito, and then he gets, high enough and he forgets which side he was trying to be, and he's like, no, I'm the Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we all know that what he meant from the beginning was that he's the Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I know this.
He says he knows it. Y'all should
if you
see him
could
the
choose.
first half of the open mic. He's strutting around like top dog.
Hey, I'm gonna be
That's
strutting
right, I'm
around
Arnold.
again, okay? It's gonna last the whole night this time. Seriously, kids, don't bring guns to school. And
you should put a thumbtack in one of those. And
I am not the monster on this stage, guys. I don't.
You know what I'm into?
Surprise!
This is a game that I invented. Hershey's Kisses, like those are really fun to throw because it's like you're throwing love, you know? They hurt.
But you can't kill him because that's kindness.
Yeah, what a callback. That's what I'm talking about.
Charlie tries to tell us every month that he's not a comedian. Do you believe this shit?
Nah, he just pays attention.
He's the funniest damn person in this room. What are you talking about?
I tell him that all the time.
I'm sorry, are we...
Thank you.
Say it! Say it with your chest!
I appreciate it. I don't know. How do you receive compliments? I don't know.
This is why we don't
receive compliments.
This is why he hides in his room all the time, though, because he's afraid I'm going to say something nice, and he's just going to go, and walk away again. So he's like, no, we just play video games, and your headset doesn't work, so we never have to talk. It's great. Too real? Good to know. Thanks, guys. Keep me grounded.
It wasn't too real. It was just not funny.
No, it's just sad that y'all, just because a broken headset is walking, you can't talk in the same house. Just fucking yell. Open the door and yell, you lazy son of a bitch.
We are on separate levels
Christ.
of this house.
That's the sad part. You're 50 feet away. You can't talk to the man.
That is too many stairs for Chris.
That's a lot of stairs, okay?
You think they can afford 2 floors?
There are 2 floors. Fuck you.
Right? They got a 2nd floor.
Oh, that's half a flight? No fucking way.
I was gonna say it's 3, but like I don't know how many stairs are actually in like a regular flight, so I don't know if it's just been divided because we have to go up at an angle at this
really
point.
think it's only 3?
Flights?
Oh,
3 steps in a flight?
No, he meant
oh, okay.
three sets of stairs.
Oh, I got panicked just a little bit.
No, it's like half a flight, a landing, and then half a flight.
Right?
It's not a dude that does stairs.
That's cool. You know, elevators
That's
are
not funny, I
fantastic.
just-
They
I
invented
live
them for a
there.
reason.
This is the maximum amount of stairs he'll travel.
And even
Up
then,
to the stage.
Yeah. this is a lot for me, okay? I got a bum knee. I love how, by the way, you were like, oh, I'm so afraid of getting run over. You know that I've been run over, right?
I don't doubt that.
No, I haven't heard a joke about that yet.
No? Oh, you missed this shit. Okay, so...
By a snowmobile.
No,
snowmobile,
I've
you
definitely...
Alaskan motherfucker.
First off, if he was Alaskan, he would have said snow machine, but I'm not going to have that fight right now. It's not...
Oh, God.
It doesn't
That's
quite
a
count.
truck and car.
It was close.
Good check, though. Good check. So here's the thing. When I was 14, I woke up on a nice sunny day, like the day right after school got out, right? And my dad was like, hey, come home, feed and water the dogs, because he'd had us out at a friend of his. And so I hop on my brother's bike, I get out to the road, I look left, I look right, I go, oh, I can make that. I was wrong. And turns out the worst truck to get hit by is a Ford F-150, a big red Ford F-150. It hits me, this leg got shattered, like this femur snapped in half. It was bad. I remember waking up to a strange old man above me. And I start to freak out and get up and he's go, no, your back might be broken. And I yell, did you do it? And he goes, no. And I go, okay. And I just believed him. He was correct, but I don't know why I just believed him. And then like, I hear my brother, right, as he comes up, and the first thing he yells is, my bike! Because his priorities are straight. And I eventually almost get sued because when my dad hops out of a van that had not yet stopped moving to arrive on the scene, he asked who did it. And then some 16-year-old punk was like, me! And then my dad crossed an ocean of people and had a child in his hands. And I'm just like, it's my fault! It's my fault! Turns out, lawyers will come back at you for that shit. It is not cool. Do not admit fault ever, okay? I don't care who you hit. You run over a small child, you weren't even there, okay? This is the advice I have for you. Fucking... this isn't going to be funny. This is just a story.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what happened to the face. Like, at what point...
Oh, okay. So, here's what happened. When the truck was approaching, it gets about this far away from me, and I've been through enough trauma at this point in my life that my brain just goes, oh, we're taking a nap. And then I hear a loud thump. And then I feel real queasy, and like it feels like the wind's blowing, and I'm like trying to open my eyes and tell my brother to shut the window, and I open my eyes just in time to watch the ground do this. I legit landed on an eyebrow and skid. So this was gone. Yeah, no,
That makes
unfortunately,
sense. It
this
does.
is just,
It all adds up. Okay.
yeah.
It's not the face God gave you. He's
Unfortunately, everything just grew back the same way it was. I just am this fucked up. But something did happen, so...
He was blessed by Satan with that face. Are you kidding me? Like...
Satan explain the beard. Hey,
fuck you. I'm like a little proud that I was able to do this, okay? It took a long time to get
Hey,
this
dude,
much
you're
better.
white. You can't go around saying you're proud.
your life. You
Stop.
should be proud.
Stop right now.
It's not surprising that this is what makes you proud, given the rest.
It's the
of
one thing I have, okay?
The one thing, yeah.
My dad can't grow one. I can. It's the one thing I get.
Got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got a furry, doesn't he? Like it's.
But
I mean...
I'm also a furry, so...
Yeah, but you're like the furry that other furries bully.
That is inaccurate. And as the weeb that I bully, I feel like you should know that. Yeah, you didn't get points for that one. Fuck you.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. No, I got more ammo. We're good
Yeah.
still. I haven't even gotten into my good shit.
We're still confused about weebos, right? Like that was never.
It's people that watch anime.
It's just
his
someone who's
persona?
like
Okay.
overly
Wait, no,
into
no,
Japanese culture.
They are asking, what is my persona?
Oh.
Do you need an explanation on
No,
that?
I've just
It's what kind of
decided-
animal you
I
are,
mean,
right? Oh, I'm so
Court
fucking curious.
basis, yeah.
I made a guess. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Wait. I want to hear the guess first.
Nope, it's written down.
Mine
Okay,
too.
okay.
Dude, mine too. Let's go.
I'd like to hear this.
You've probably heard it already. It is the panda.
Ah, fucking way off.
What'd you write down?
No, just wait till I get to make fun of you more.
Yeah.
Okay. You can throw those in. And, I
Look,
mean,
you know
I've
what's
been-
fucked up? Chris, here's the problem. Chris introduces me at Mike's saying that him and I look alike.
It's why he's wearing the hat, guys.
It's incredibly frustrating because I don't have to put on a wolf costume to be fuckable like he does.
You have heard about the time I was a hooker for Subway sandwiches, and you know I wasn't in a costume for that. Don't you start with this shit.
Listen, don't talk proud that you had sex with for Subway sandwiches.
They were
That's
$7
so fucking-
footlongs.
There
At a
are
time-
other people who also did that, and they are in prison right now. So
Yeah, but Subway, stop telling me that I wasn't allowed to tweet about my experiences 4 years ago. So ha!
Just because you don't have a big enough following. It's not
That's
right.
oh no, 2 people
Danny
from
did
Alaska
get points
and
for
one
that.
from Gresham was gonna not eat Subway sandwiches anymore. We're ruined. Quick, get Steph Curry on the case.
Oh no, I got the right people for this, Courtenay. Really what happened is I trusted Chelsea's judgment.
Don't worry, I got more. I brought paper.
I brought paper.
He's got a second page!
Oh, he came strapped.
The most fucking.
You are fucking locked and loaded.
I just want to say, like, I feel bad that I didn't prepare more jokes, but I think what it is because I mean so much that I just don't wait for the roast show. I just be mean all the time. Where Josh is like normally nice, so he was like, "Oh, this is my opportunity to get it all out." So I'm just defending myself.
Oh yeah,
Don't act like you're better than me.
at being mean,
Meaner
yes.
than you.
I do want to point out, I don't know if any of you saw the videos we did to promote this show, but I did specifically, I'm so sorry. I did specifically state in those videos that Josh Larsen is a friend of the show because you've been on the podcast before, and that Chad Allen Gemma is a friend of mine because I don't know that we've had him on the show before.
We've
I've
had him
been
on
on the
twice.
show 3 times.
I believe you.
Nice.
I used to smoke a lot of weed, okay?
Like, I feel like they were memorable episodes.
They were some of the best episodes.
Right, like.
Damn.
You suck! No.
Is that a point for me?
I don't know.
For calling Chad the Brendan Schaub of your podcast? No, I don't think you get points for that.
I think I do. And then I specifically state that Dani is a friend of me of the show. And that's...
I I'm frenemy to all. Like that's
It's also true. That is accurate. It is accurate. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want to see like what we've got actually locked and loaded for this. Are you guys ready to actually attempt to be mean on purpose this time?
Oh yeah.
Rather than on accident, like well, not you, but yeah. Look, all right. You said you've got like 3 jokes lined up, right?
Oh, I have more than that, but I mean, I'll just start with this. Kris was so desperate for people to roast him that he called the guy who hasn't done stand-up in over 3 years. He's just like, hey, you live at the coast and don't do anything, right? And luckily he was right, but...
Hey, luckily.
Yeah.
As though I didn't fucking know that Chad Allen Gemma was doing jack shit this week.
The guy who still calls people on the phone obviously has free time.
Everybody knows you're free on a Monday night. Trust me.
And a Saturday night.
That wasn't even a roast to me, but Dani got a point for it.
So back when I did stand up, I used to produce comedy shows. Besides this podcast, the only thing Kris produces is cum in a jar in his closet. Probably a Hatsune Miku figure.
People had to ask what weebs were, but you're laughing at a Hatsune Miku joke? I'm confused about who our audience is, guys!
So Kris is from North Pole, Alaska. That's on the bingo board. I know it.
Keep going.
This is a town where they have Christmas decorations up year round. By the way, it's their thing. They even have Santa's workshop there, which all makes sense now because Kris is the most disgruntled elf I've ever met. Oh, probably.
Dang it, you son of a bitch. I think mine's better, but
just elf times 2.
So we started talking about how Kris is a furry. He started balding at a younger age than most. I don't think the hair disappeared. I think it came back in the form of his fursona, which he's so Alaskan that his fursona is Sarah Palin's bush.
Topical.
It's a merkin. His fursona is a merkin.
If that counts.
Is Sarah Palin on there?
No.
Charlie gets to decide. Is Alaska on there?
Not
Alaska's
specifically.
on there 8 times. It's a bingo board. He doesn't have that much to put on there.
It's the only thing he's got.
First off, I will say...
It's a big state, dude. That's a lot to cover.
I will say right now, most of the things that are on this board are things I thought Chad was going to say.
See, here's the thing, though. Like, I had to ask him what part of Alaska he's from, because I thought it was Nome, just because, I mean, look at his stature.
Well done.
Yes.
I like that word.
So the last one I have here is I had a Facebook memory pop up the other day, and the post said, "What you do not see in yourself, others see in you. You do matter." To which Kris replies, "Boy, I hope not. I don't have money in me. I am not a piñata." And my immediate thought was, if Kris was a piñata, he'd be filled with mayonnaise, moose knuckles, and too much knowledge about how to club baby seals correctly.
That's definitely
It's a solid downward stroke, okay? You want to do it in one hit? No.
That's definitely that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Baby seals is on there? Let's go.
No, clubbing is on there, actually.
Did I get bingo? Did I get bingo?
No, because you kept going back to the elf well. If you'd have gone anywhere else, I thought you were going to go tonight. Moving on.
I just want to say that clubbing seals is the only clubbing that Kris does. Like, that's like, yeah, like we're not, it's not a written joke. That's just a.
No.
He barely goes comedy clubbing. Come on.
I was taken to a club
No, he's
once,
not
and it
doing
was
that.
the worst night of my life. Okay. I do not belong there. A dude found me outside, and I had found a place to get a sandwich that was not inside the club. And I was just on the ground eating the sandwich. And he's like, "Dude, are you not having a good time?" And I'm like, "No." This sandwich is pretty good, though. Yeah.
I mean, kudos for you for like knowing where to find a sandwich at that hour.
Knowing is an interesting term. I don't to this day.
Sorry, finding a sandwich
There
at
you
that
go.
hour.
Right. I was blackout drunk. I have no idea where that sandwich came from, but there's a picture of me on the ground with that sandwich. So.
You just got like a radar for footlongs, don't you? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think that somebody probably had to give it away when they were going into the club. They were like, no, you can't bring outside food in here.
And I was like, yeah!
Oh, man, what's going on?
half eaten with like a cigarette butt in it.
Just me hanging out outside of the airport entrance line. I'm thirsty. Which one of you's missing a thing? What are you?
I do like this Alaska where the club is in the airport. Like, that's just it's multi-purpose. You're not gonna fly it, like.
That's funny. That's what they call it, the multi-purpose room. That's what it is.
That's what
The
every
Alaska
room in Alaska
multi-purpose room.
is.
They have graduations and clubbing
And that's Kris's version
clubbing,
of clubbing.
smoke meats. You can.
All right, so they're not great. But Kris did used to wear a fedora, and I think he took it off because people mocked him for a prop. But turns out that that's where he kept his personality. So that's...
That was a good one, though.
Yeah, now people just hang out for the weed, you know? But since he's off weed, he does need to bring the fedora back. Like, how are you gonna...
I do have two of them in my car still.
Yeah.
You have a road fedora? What?
I said...
driving fedora.
I said I have two road fedoras, Josh. I thought you were good with numbers.
He's got two fedoras and a gun. One's for when he's sad, the other's for when he's really sad.
What's that, Chad?
One's for when you're sad.
You know what's the best is he gets pulled over and the cop's like, is that a fedora in the back? And he's like, no, sir, that's two fedoras. And he's like, Jesus Christ, just go. Just be gone. Get out of here. Speed, get home fast, for fuck's sake.
They're actually trilbies, okay?
I'm gonna give Chad a point for that, because that is accurate. That is factual.
When I think fedoras, I think Frank Sinatra. When I think trilbies, I think neckbeards and Kris. Like,
yeah, I shave it off. All right.
I mean,
anyway,
do any of us know what kind of fedoras they're talking about? This is very
yeah.
niche.
Yeah.
Very niche comedy here, Chad.
This is very weeb content. Yeah. Somewhere out there is a dude who watches way too much Naruto that knows exactly what we're talking about.
So fedora is like, ma'am, and a trilby is m'lady.
You know what's horrible is that makes perfect sense.
Right?
To me.
Like,
I totally get it now. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
And the surprising, because Kris is afraid of talking to women, so like it doesn't. Why would you need either?
I don't think that one's true. How do I be a hooker if I'm afraid of talking to women?
You can be a hooker for men.
But I wasn't though.
Okay. What's wrong with you?
genuinely offended.
I mean, look, nothing against you if you suck dick or whatever. I just don't.
You just look very, to be fair, you look very sad that you missed the opportunity to be a man hooker.
Here's the
For
thing.
men. I
definitely had a threesome with my best friend when we were younger. And we had to find out, right? Because Ian and I, were like, if we could just be gay, we could just go be with each other and life would be grand. Because, you know.
I think that that's what they say about sexuality is you don't find out until you've had sex. I think that's not what they say. That's
I had to know.
Now, were you Kevin James or Adam Sandler in this scenario?
I'll be honest, I don't get this reference.
Chuck and Larry,
really? I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry?
It's
wow.
like a ring.
Okay, see, thank you.
It's
the
like
one,
a
two
ring.
people.
It's like a circle.
They don't get that movie in Alaska.
The ring, it's like a
his
circle.
fault.
The people who get that movie.
Yeah,
also know the
VHS just came out in
ridiculous
Alaska last year, guys.
Yeah,
So.
if it came out after Ally McBeal, we haven't gotten it yet. It's like Omicron per CIA. We're on the same wavelength. I want to give you a point for getting that.
Yes.
But that's a little
He's
too.
gotten enough nerd points.
Yeah.
Relax just a little bit.
I was like, it
Jesus.
feels like I'm being too nice to you at this point.
Yeah.
The nerd category.
Oh, I guess we know who the favorite is. Like, Jesus.
It's definitely
Sorry, I
you.
watch sports on the weekend.
Quit reminding me of my dad, and we'll be better friends.
Who's your favorite football character? Who's your favorite character in football?
If you tell me your favorite outfit on the football players, I'm gonna be so pissed off. It's a fucking uniform, goddammit.
Okay,
I love those costumes.
Hang on. Hey, Dani is more roast jokes, though.
Oh, shit, sorry.
She's like, no, I don't.
So Kris talks about Santa Claus a lot. It's the mayor in his hometown. And he throws a lot of shade at it. He throws a lot of shade at Santa, I think. I knew that was on the board, obviously. Dude talks about Santa Claus. He's going to put it on the board. All right? But he throws shade like he's judging him. And Santa Claus is like very into weed. Okay? It's like that's his whole mayor campaign thing. And he throws shade. And it's very confusing because obviously Kris is the elf that Santa Claus has sent out into the world to figure out who has the good weed that he should go steal from on Christmas. That's Kris's job. It's not great.
I love that this is so much more of a roast than Dani intended it to be, because what she's really proven is that she's never actually listened to my joke.
I do know you support Mayor Santa Claus and his weed campaign.
This is true. The one, the thing that you're not getting, sorry guys, we're gonna go into this now, it's my show. The thing that you're missing is that there is Kris Kringle and there is Santa Claus. They are two separate adult human beings who decided to legally change their name. And those two would meet up in, like, anytime they saw each other, like, they would make eye contact and a fight would ensue immediately. Like you know Peter Griffin and the Chicken?
Yeah.
Peter Griffin.
I don't watch that. But
God damn it.
This is why comedians smoke cigarettes, so we could be outside during those sets, you know? You don't even have a reason for not paying attention. I at least was outside.
So your town has Santa Claus, Kris Kringle, and Kris Clingy.
I will say the ending to that joke is that the reason Santa Claus wins and goes on to become mayor is because we found out that Kris Kringle touched children. So we don't have him anymore.
So now it's just Santa Claus and Kris Clingy.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be funny and like like an uplifting moment.
No, it's a Kris joke. Come on.
I was explaining to our mom.
It's his anti-humor.
That is just trauma. That is trauma.
Yo, I got a therapist for you, man.
I've had two. One of them retired.
Dude, they listened to your stories and they said, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah,
this is enough for me.
He caused one of them to
I don't want this to get any sadder than it already is. But
title of his sex tape.
But
you don't have to say it.
I'm gonna. So here's the thing. When I met my first therapist, the one that did retire, I got in there and I said, I have anxiety and I have depression. And she was like, cool,
Surprise.
I guess. We'll find out. Tell me about your life. And I started, and she was, after about half an hour, she was like, okay, so I can tell that you're very much going in chronological order at this point. How old are you where you are in this? And I was like, oh, I must be 4? And she was like, no, you're not! And I was.
Hold on, no. I don't want to discredit other people, but was this therapy in Alaska?
No.
No? Dang. You fucked up a Portland therapist?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow.
She
That's
was like
some white trauma. Damn.
She was like a hardcore, like fought for LGBTQ rights on the ground, fucking in the 70s and shit. Went through a whole bunch of shit in her life. Heard about my life for half an hour and was like, "Get the fuck out of here! I can't do this anymore."
She still talks about you once a week. God damn.
Do you got any more, Dani?
The only one. So I don't really like roast because you learn all the things that you think you're just insecure about are true when you hang out with comics and they roast you. You know, that's how I know that it wasn't the makeup artist just trying to sell product when she told me I didn't have eyebrows. Like I thought that was just her. No, comics tell me that. As sort of relates to why I don't listen to Kris's jokes is he's got a very monotone voice, you know, and it makes me very suspicious. Like, what is he doing? He's just luring people to sleep, and I'm not sure. I'm just very scared about what happens after
Dani.
you make everybody sleepy.
No, Dani. What keeps happening is I get very, very high to manage all of the trauma that made a therapist quit. And right
Give
now,
up on her dreams.
right now, I don't have that problem, do I? I've been yelling into this microphone. I've been up and down all over the place.
You didn't tell us you were going to give up weed a week ago. That's on you.
All I hear is he is 3 buttons away from snapping. Here we go. Let's go.
He offered to pay her in drink tickets. That's why she quit.
We're comedians. We only get paid in drink
That's
tickets.
all I had, okay?
Drink tickets and exposure, baby. That's
You're
the
getting
currency.
cash. I'm pissed off right now.
Sometimes I find drink tickets in my pocket, and I'm like, oh, that's a whole paycheck. I just wasted.
Because it expires that night. It's a real nightmare.
A whole paycheck.
That's fine. That's just for us. I get it.
It's like
Audience is
having,
like, I don't give a shit.
It's like having $1 in a country that doesn't exist anymore.
If you think having your friends join together on your birthday to make fun of you is sad, just know we get paid in drink tickets. That's we're all sad.
I had to fill my tank to come out here.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Josh looks fucking ready.
Yeah.
He's
first of all, thank God I get to go last, because it's a roast, so I made jokes about y'all, too.
Nice.
So,
Well, I mean, those are how you're gonna get all these points.
Right, there we
Josh.
go. Because, Chad over here, he's looking like if Fred Durst found Jesus instead of heroin, It's like, man, if he got off of the nookie and just was onto the Lord, there you go.
Limp Biscuit style.
Dude, yeah. The fucked up part, I hate that you were nice to me when we got here, and I know this sounds fucked up, but I was stoked, because Chad is actually, when I started doing comedy, Chad is the first other comic to talk to me at an open mic. He don't remember this at all. I remember it greatly. And we were at Legrowski. It was a spot, it was a mic, we were hot, we were in line, we're standing there, and he starts talking to me, ha ha ha. But then for some reason, this brown-nosing motherfucker heard a comic with a little bit more talent than me, and mid-sentence walked away from me to go talk to Alex Falcone. So when I showed up today, I wanted you to be a dick just a little bit so I could hit that a little harder. And then you were all nice to me, and I dapped you up, and I'm like, damn, this guy's a pretty good guy, this son of a bitch.
I'll tell you what, man, it's my attention span. ADHD's a fucking killer.
I don't know.
Sure.
But if it makes you feel better, he hugged me, and I was like, that's too much. He seemed very excited to talk to, and then you showed up, and he stopped talking to me. So.
Are you saying I Josh Larsen'd you? Like,
brown-nosed up, apparently. It's just what you think of me.
That's what happens.
Shitty comic, I get it.
He's got a nose that sniffs out talent.
I gotta fix mine. Mine just sniffs out sandwiches. That's.
Dani, I don't know you very well, so I was a little nervous at first. And then I heard you're really mean, so I don't feel as bad. First, though, you know what? I decided to test out ChatGPT, and I wanted to see what kind of roast joke that would give me for you. Your curly hair is so fabulous, I bet even the wind gets jealous and tries to steal it from you. That's right. AI is coming to take my job. All right,
My hair does fall out a lot. The wind does. Sometimes in the car, I'm pulling it out, and it's not a great. It's just a fact.
AI is getting too real.
See,
the wind does take it a lot.
I'm gonna have the audience. Y'all will let me know if my joke's better than ChatGPT's joke. My joke. Dani looks like she got second place in the Iowa hog calling contest. Was that a little better? No.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It is a better joke. But this audience really likes Dani because she's been the funniest person
my
up here.
girlfriend told me not to tell that joke, too. It worked.
No. Okay. Well, here's the thing about that joke. I once got third in a hog competition. I was very excited because I beat my sister. She took fifth.
Those are two separate things.
I like how she's like, I'm from the boonies. I definitely beat my sister.
Yeah.
It's the only competition that matters. I don't care about this one. My sisters aren't competing. That's not.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we got Charlie. Man, Charlie, you are so generic. You're like, you're the default character in the creative player of any game, you know? Like World of Warcraft is default. If you just say, I just want to get going, it's just Charlie out there walking around with the staff. What's going on, guys?
Is Kris the we changed the hairdo?
If you look at this picture, I want you to know that they had to put a hoodie on me because the only difference between the two was the hair before that.
Charlie's wearing the same outfit.
Charlie's such a generic character that his only power-up is good credit. Like,
oh, hey, man, I wish.
Right? Man, you can't even do that, right?
Nope.
This is great. Here we are. We're on the Everything and Nothing podcast. It's fantastically named, right? It first talks about what it talks about, everything. Secondly, its fan base, nothing. I also was told not to do that joke.
I'll be honest.
I'm on my own tonight.
That one did hurt a little. I'm gonna be honest about that.
I got good. I only got 2 more buttons to push. All right, this is my elf attempt since everybody else also had one.
I should have put it on here more.
Chris is always talking about the North Pole, and he says that he left the North Pole. He didn't leave. He escaped from the North Pole. Right? He's a pretty good host, but y'all should see him put together a xylophone. It is impressive, you know?
I'm quick.
Beautiful. Kris also talks about how cringy some of his early comedy is. He talks about his early stuff, and then, which is weird because I've seen his newer stuff, and it's just as cringy, so I don't know why we're talking about that other stuff. Hold on, that might be all I got.
I was like, that was the roast? I thought it was going somewhere.
No, that was all I had.
That was it? Okay. So you had 2 jokes that...
Well, I used my best one. I thought the wolf costume one was my zinger, and I used it too early. That was my fault. I shouldn't have, but we were talking about the furry thing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to lose that momentum.
It's okay. Kris loses momentum at every chance he gets. It's just...
I mean, he gets momentum? What?
Well, I mean, an object in motion has to stay in motion for
just
a little bit longer. You know?
Yeah, you've never just kicked a boulder down a hill? I operate the same way.
No, I am a redneck. No,
only on a hill.
Get out of the sticks and come to the city a little more often.
No,
You'll stop kicking rocks down goddamn hills.
No, he says he operates the same way because that was his high school experience. Getting kicked down hills every day after school.
Was that one too real?
No. Here's the problem.
Weed smoking Kris would have thought that was funny as shit.
I'm like, the real problem is that I have real rage issues, and so as a child, people fucked with me once, and that was it. And I'm like, nah, I can't do all that, because as much as I know a lot of the stuff I've said tonight is not funny, if I go into that, we're all gonna have a bad night. So we're just gonna move on from that particular question, Chad.
You did ask us. Like, not only you gave us consent. Remember how you were shooting at us and said consent was given? Similar.
Same. Just
We're just returning fire.
Yeah.
At this point, it's.
We're giving you the 90s high school experience. That's right. Mental torture.
God.
I had a dad and a mom. I got mental torture, I promise. You don't become this on accident. A lot of work went into fucking somebody up this bad.
He's scared of Portland therapist.
You walk in on your dad in a dog costume once, and it's
First off,
all pandas from there.
I would like to point out that Chad has also now hurt my feelings by letting me know that he doesn't listen to my jokes. Because I'm very clear in those jokes that my dad is a tiger.
Oh yeah, he's great with kids.
No. That's my father, not my dad.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Don't ask questions unless you want to know. Anyway.
Your dad's got to feel like shit getting made fun of from little cocks, huh? Right? Like, that's got to hurt just a little bit. See, I listen to your jokes, motherfucker.
Ooh. That's right. You got a point for listening to my joke.
Came to play.
I think Little Cox is the funniest thing that's been said all night.
I don't even know. Do you guys know the Little Cox joke?
Oh, we don't need to hear it again. It's cool.
It's fine.
You're all so depressed already.
They all get it. He's got a small cock. That's the joke.
Hey.
Roundabout way, we got to it.
I have an average cock. Go fuck yourself.
Is it average for a panda or for a person?
See, the blanket he was given from the hospital was a smallcox blanket, so.
Ooh.
What?
That was good.
Okay.
I had to think about it. I was like, do I give that a... Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was witty as fuck. I can't tell if I want to kind of break the magic here.
Well, should we maybe have them guess to see if they can
That's fair.
find any other?
What do you think is on this list? We're gonna go. Each of you gets. And we're gonna go 1, 1, 1, and we're gonna go.
Let me tell you. Can we see? I think there's 6 that they didn't hit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, they hit this one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
There's only
I can't
7
count.
interesting things.
And we're trying to
Chris.
get the ones that we didn't hit.
No. These are the laziest jokes.
Okay.
These are the ones I didn't want you guys to do.
Okay.
Any guesses in the audience? Anyone want to guess on the board?
What?
Short.
Short? Not on here. You gotta specify a little. But yeah.
My shiny head and me.
Chris, your life can get summed up in bald and furry, like an elf. Those are the 3 main things that just sum your life up.
I love that those are antithetical things too. Like they're just the exact opposite of each other. It's just two.
Something
That's
about.
why it's his fantasy.
Is on there that you tried to be on a all Asian show?
No. That would have made sense.
I tell you,
That's not lazy.
He's such a Portland comic. He's tried to be on an all Asian show and the Northwest Black Comedy Festival. This white motherfucker. Only from Portland. Does
Being
somebody
an
try
ally
to do
only gets
that.
you so far.
I do want to clarify a couple of things, okay?
I'm sure.
My grandma is from Thailand, right? I made it to 8 years old before I found out I wasn't white. Like, I was raised in an Asian culture household, okay? So I told a bunch of those jokes to the dude who does run that show. And I was like, just in case, you run out of people to put on here. I've at least got the culture, right? And he was like, well, my white people are booked for the year, which is fair. Which is fair. As to the Northwest Black Comedy Festival thing, for the first year, I have no excuse. I can read. I shouldn't have done that. You're correct there. The second, third, and fourth years I tried were after having a conversation with Jinx where I informed her that what it really was me giving $20 to the festival every year. Because I'm like, it's a great festival.
I don't think you have to.
Yeah, did not have to. Did not
give them money. I think they'll take it.
They will.
Without the application.
After the fourth
Why
year.
are you wasting their time with a video?
To be fair, they already knew my name. They didn't watch the video the second, third, and fourth years.
They don't need to hear those jokes again.
Yeah. But okay, so no. Back at the top.
Moose fucking for 800, Alex.
So here's the thing. Alaskan wildlife is on here, but we already touched on clubbing baby seals.
Fair
so
enough.
That got crossed off.
All right, good.
Okay.
Danny?
Oh, we're guessing the ones that aren't crossed off?
Right.
Oh.
Because you know that Elf and Santa / Kringle
There's
are
got
on
to be
here.
something about your mom. Yeah.
Nope.
Nothing about your mom?
Have you ever heard me speak about my mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, you told that
talked
joke
about
where
your
she
mom
heckles at you the
One
comedy show.
time I watched this podcast, I remember his mom coming up. It was the Mother's Day podcast, so it was a
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
See, I was able to smoke back then.
Josh
so.
and yeah, okay. Oh, again. I don't know. We didn't. Weed is on there, but we touched on it.
Stoner is on here.
Okay. Yep. The anime. That's the one. That's
You gotta.
my real guess.
I would like to again
There's
point out.
multiple anime boxes,
Yeah, okay.
of course.
There
it fucking is.
are multiple anime boxes.
I can't be more
There's a
specific.
shonen box. There's a
cannot-
slice of life box. Chris only
Is
gets
there
that
is
joke.
there a
It's okay.
box that says how much you wish the show was the Taskmaster?
No, but did you see the excitement in me as soon as you said that?
I think what I'm learning today is that Josh Larsen really likes our show.
Right?
I'm like, wow. He keeps coming back with these references. That's awesome. I bet Josh Larsen remembers Chad being on before.
All 3 times?
I was trying, Chad.
But Josh does weed too, so it's.
Right. Oh, I only remember AC.
Yeah. Okay.
AC's episodes are very memorable. That's fair. If you haven't listened to them, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. AC O'Neill. You'll find him on there. Yeah. I'm not going to ruin his jokes.
Wherever you listen to any other podcast.
Yeah.
Any other.
Yeah. Okay. Chad, honestly, these two can stop. They're not going to get these. So, I really thought.
What's his favorite anime?
I'm going to give you guys one right off the bat here. I really thought either one of you.
Attack on Titan.
I really thought either one of you was going to get Mr. Clean. I thought.
Oh, you superficial motherfucker. You ain't that buff. You think we look at you and think Mr. Clean? Jesus Christ, you can't do 10 push-ups, Mr. Clean.
More like Mr. Needs to Clean
Josh
everything.
has got another point.
Everything is filthy.
Ow?
Jinx has got him convinced he's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. So knowing that, Mr. Clean off the board now. What else do you think was on here?
You're a fantastic dresser. Is that what you think?
What is your weight?
Right now? I don't know.
No, just like that's one of the categories. No. No? Okay.
That's a Chelsea point.
Yeah, it's funny
Point for
because
Chelsea.
she said he was a woman. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm getting some birthday points.
That was my guess. Sorry, no, that was.
I'm sorry, what was?
Anything about your weight.
Oh, okay.
It was one of my guesses.
I can't believe you on didn't anime,
get-
Chad.
He thought he was
7.
Mr. Clean. You think
Right.
he put something about his weight on there? He
I
thought we were
know,
going to make
like-
Mr. Clean jokes.
I'm going to be
Like,
honest.
he needs something to balance out the list. Come on.
Some of-
like-
And to be fair, we don't think you're a clean person either. It's not just the looks.
Fuck you.
It's Mr. Needs to Clean literally everything.
No,
Everything
double
needs
fuck
to be
you.
cleaned.
I clean my shit religiously. That's not. My
I
balls are
have
pristine.
seen your trilbies. You do not.
Well, no. Those are filled with love. They don't count.
I did.
Semen does not equate to love, buddy.
You are a liar. Get off my stage. Now, knowing that Mr. Clean was one of the things on here, and the other two that I really thought you were going to go for are anime-centric. You got no guesses here. After being on
what's
my
that?
podcast
What's
3
that
times,
Nickelodeon one with the ball
you don't
dude?
know.
Like an arrow?
That's
Krillin.
Krillin.
Okay,
That's one of
Krillin's
them.
on there? Okay.
I don't know. There's like a Canadian one. Oh, you've got a kid.
Saitama, except you can only do 10 push-ups.
It just says what, and I thought you were gonna like for both of these, and really I guess all of these. Like I didn't expect it to be, oh, you look exactly like Mr. Clean. That's not a fucking roast, Josh. A roast is you look like Mr. Clean if he gave up.
I just
like,
love, Chris, you sat at home and you were like, how do my peers see me? Let me think about the way they see me.
Well, at least you're being charitable and
goddamn
fixing
right,
it
that's what they
before we
see.
got here.
And wrote that down in the top right corner, like that was gonna be the winner.
one that I know you guys aren't gonna get was Potato Head.
Ooh.
I really thought it might come up from Josh, honestly. But that's fine.
It's fair.
And
I'm disappointed in myself too, I know.
the last one on here, I want to say it was my center square, okay? Because I really thought any one of you could have gone for it. And it's Gene DeWeber.
I was literally looking at that, and I was like, hey, you got a drawing of Gene DeWeber up there. And then
you can't get the point for it now.
No, I was just thinking about it before you said it, but
The thing about
The
jokes,
funny thing is, he didn't want to invite Gene
I
here.
was gonna say the thing about jokes is they're not for inside. You know, like these people don't know Gene Duet. Like, how are you writing your jokes?
I mean, that's insulting to Gene, but it's really true.
I'm not disagreeing. I just think, you know, make your jokes relatable.
Oh my God.
But yeah. I mean, not because, but look, if you buy me a Subway sandwich, we can have a conversation later,
See,
okay?
You keep bringing up Subway a lot, and the Mr. Potato Head thing, is that because you want kids to play with you? Like,
I am nothing like my father.
Your dad was Jared?
That was a good one.
I was walking around with giant pants.
On nights where it got really cold, we used the pants for warmth.
I like how, by the way, he did that and like nobody was like, oh, he just like, whoop. Like, nobody had that thought when he was out there just holding his pants open for anybody to see.
Nah, because we couldn't believe that you could eat fast food and get thin. That was the fucking shit. Like, my folks got all excited. They're like, yeah, we're going to Subway today. That's right. They didn't pay attention that Jared walked to Subway, so we got in the car. We drove to Subway. We didn't know. Right? They didn't give us all the details. The internet wasn't the same back then. I mean, it was for Jared, but not for everybody else.
Awesome. Oh my God.
But yeah, so nobody crossed out the board. Damn. Congratulations. No, what do you mean? Damn it!
Good thing. It means
that was my one goal.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't. Yeah.
No, I told them it was bad shit.
I know. I just don't know if we said it to the audience.
Oh, that it was a bad thing.
Look, there was a moment I was gonna, and then I got interrupted, and then in my brain that meant, oh, check.
Okay.
Because I also have ADHD. Shit's not. I think things happened that didn't. Here's the problem with not smoking weed, guys.
You forgot what it's like to have a memory, didn't you?
I am so...
Dude,
no,
it's fucking
worse,
gotta be crazy
worse.
to remember things. That's not for me.
Josh, guess the last time I had a dream before a week ago.
Oh, dude.
Dude, you keep...
Years.
Oh, man.
That's... Okay, hang on.
You went on the... You tried to get on the Portland Black Comedy Festival, and now you're saying you have a dream?
Yep.
Chris, you can't... You can't keep stealing other people's culture.
Until he was like, Chris. I'm like, fuck. Point for Chad.
You don't get to have a dream.
So no. You're not my dad. Now.
We did.
Getting a little close to Gnome.
There is a gentleman in the comedy community who supplies most of us with weed every time he sees us, Dennis Cruz.
Dennis gives you weed?
Shut
the fuck up. Dennis never gives me weed.
Yeah, he didn't like me
What
that
did
much.
you say to Dennis?
I bought a fucking t-shirt from that motherfucker. I'm a little pissed off right now.
I've seen Dennis walk up to a baby on the street and go, have one of these. What do you...
Oh, Dennis,
Anyway.
I'm coming for you. He even
I
liked
wouldn't
my
put
post.
that past
bitch.
Dennis.
You think you got friends in the business, and you don't. Damn.
So, he will walk up to me almost every week and just bribe me to put him on the list where he wants to be, rather than... I'm bribable. I'm very open and clear about that if you've ever watched this podcast, okay? And so, I legitimately thought I had stopped smoking sooner than I did, because I remembered declining it. But it turned out that dream happened on a Thursday, and the open mic happens on Tuesdays. And we hadn't hit a moment where I'd had a Tuesday where I could decline yet. But I remembered saying no to it. And so I'm standing in my kitchen, I'm like, yeah, it's been like a week since I quit smoking weed. And then Chelsea's like, it has been 3 days. The fuck are you talking about? And as happy and excited as I got when Josh was like, oh, you want to host Taskmaster? Because yes, I fucking do. And if you don't know what that is, YouTube that shit. There are 15 seasons. It's worth it, I promise. as happy as that made me, the knowledge that it had only been 3 days when I thought it had been a week was so fucking heartbreaking.
Yo, what else was heartbreaking? In his dream, he was strutting around like this. Oh, I haven't smoked weed for weeks. Then he looked in the mirror and was like, fuck, 3 days.
Look at my Mr. Clean muscles.
I'm going to skip leg day today.
Come with me, brawny man. Let's go do clean shit.
Is he gonna win the gun? Does he get the gun?
What?
Does he get the gun?
No.
Oh, okay. Good.
No.
I don't know, I was just sitting here thinking, oh, if the
You
prize
can
was
take
gun,
this from my cold, dead hands, Danny.
I mean, I would.
Give him 5
Yeah,
I know
minutes.
that feels like a
Taking
dare.
our goods.
All right, hang on. Charlie's not even on this board yet.
But 10 minutes ago, I got my first point. Let's go.
Look, I love, by the way, that Charlie thinks that this is my podcast. He will frame it that way anytime we're talking about it.
It's Chris's podcast.
Which is weird to me because we have definitely, on more than one occasion, like started a chant for Charlie on this show.
And
Hey, dude, white guys chanting never leads to anything good.
No,
You need to
exactly.
shut that shit down
Exactly.
right now.
Well, to me, this was the funniest part. First time it happened, nobody even mentions me, right? They just, we give Charlie, I think we gave Charlie 2 chants in a row that night. And just, we're like, because I really do think that he needs more of an ego boost than he has. Like, you are a great person, Charlie. Accept it someday.
Charlie, ultra ego.
I think we get a chant going right now. Default, 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 default.
I need you to know that still counts as
No, wait,
one
wait.
for Charlie.
NPC, NPC, NPC.
Now, Rochelle Cochran was on the show.
Stop. In the name of the law.
All right, second one for Charlie. Rochelle Cochran was on the show,
Hieronymus
right? And we did a chant for Charlie again. And then I mentioned that we had done it before. And then she goes, wait, has anybody chanted for you? And I was like, I mean, no. And then, like, she tried. And you know how, like, she's got a real high charisma score, right? I would assume
really
that anything
skewed for
she
sure.
attempts to make happen is just gonna happen. She's gonna roll a nat 20. Silence. Fucking crickets. That audience roasted me harder than you 3 have done tonight.
Are you telling this story because you think that maybe we'll feel
Oh,
sorry
no.
for you, Jan?
No,
'Cause
what
that's
I want
not-
you to do is I
That's
want
not happening.
No.
Think about how easy it was. I got him to chant for Charlie.
Yeah, 100%.
We are absolutely not going to do
No.
that for you.
But there's no-
Absolutely no way in hell.
No. No.
I have never called for it for me. I know who I am. That's fine.
You think you're Mr. Clean. You do not know who you are. Yeah.
Look, you wait till I get home and pierce my goddamn ear, and then we'll talk, okay?
See, I don't think you got run over. I think you were one of the baby seals that got clubbed. Like,
So here's the best part about me getting run over by a red Ford F-150, okay?
Okay.
Is that
did
dude...
you paint it red?
No.
Okay, it wasn't.
That
It was red
dude
before.
then went on to be a firefighter for the North Pole City, like, fire department, okay?
All 2 of them.
First off, there's 6 of them.
Was he dashing through the snow?
Now, the other people on his crew, right, thought it would be super funny for Halloween to paint a kid on the front of his fire truck getting hit. And I'll be honest, it did look very comical. But, like, I saw the dude, and then he saw me, and he's just like...
You're like, yeah, but why did you take my picture for it?
Yeah.
Like,
Kris.
Shouldn't have a panda tail.
I mean, panda tails are hard to see from a distance. They're nubby. But...
Sorry, I don't know my pandas.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, my God.
What else we got?
I mean...
we haven't talked about moose nearly enough. I don't think.
And why they're not meats?
We legit.
That's the eternal
I don't
question.
know. My eternal question is, why don't we talk about Nazi cows more? Anybody? I ask a lot of people this. You know about Nazi cows?
No.
Nazi
I didn't know
what?
we were allowed to say that
Yeah.
word.
I mean, you can call Nazis any derogatory term. It's fine. They're not people.
Hitler's people re-engineered cows to be very violent. And they're something, I don't know. They're worse than moose, is the point. I just think that we should talk about Nazi cows more. I don't know a lot about them. I just know that there are cows that are a special Nazi breed of cows.
From what you've described, however,
No.
they couldn't train the cows to be anti-Semitic, just super violent.
Dude, that's what
Super
you think.
violent, yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It's possible that they just hadn't got to the anti-Semitic part. That they trained them to be violent, and they just hadn't trained them profiling yet. Like it was
you can taste the hatred in the burger. You can taste it. It's a little delicious, unfortunately.
Is it spicy?
But you can taste it, you know. That cow had hate in his heart.
We do have one closing segment on this show.
Oh.
It is, what have we learned?
Not a goddamn thing.
Who's we? Who's we?
Charlie, what have we learned?
It's deep. We got deep. I mean, that's what we hope you learn every time you're with us. You know, we hope you take that away. I got nothing.
I mean, I just always hope that they learn that my family's a piece of shit. But
well, I think what we've learned is that our own preconceived notions of how we present ourselves may not actually be how our friends see us. You know.
Yeah, we don't even see you as presenting as different people.
Hey, you take your hair off, put it on his head, and we'll do the episode all over again. It'll be fun.
Okay, so we learned jack shit is what I'm hearing. We learned that I should not have stopped smoking weed. I think that's most of what we learned, because I guess I'm not interesting. You say I'm not interesting. We made fun of me for a solid hour and a half.
We never
guys.
said you weren't interesting. We said you were kind of weird.
I
never said you weren't interesting. We just said you weren't Mr. Clean.
I said it. I said it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
the honest one on the panel.
Look, guys, we do this every second Monday of the month. We're going to be back in July. Somebody else look at a calendar to know what day that is. If you follow the Instagram or the Facebook, we post a little fun video there that apparently none of these fucking people watched before they got here. That's fine.
We posted like 4.
That's true. Okay. We had one that I was a part of, and then Charlie just kept putting out new ones.
I've listened to you bitch and moan about comics not promoting shows that they're on, so I promoted every fucking one that you posted.
That's true. That's true.
Because I didn't want to hear about it. So...
Yeah, but then you forgot that you were on a panel, and you're still going to have to hear about it. But
does that mean I get to do plugs?
Does that mean what?
I get to do plugs?
I mean...
I got something I want to plug.
Please, yes.
Yo, this is random as shit, but I got nominated for Best Comedian in Portland.
Hey!
With Rabbit Week's Best of Portland. So go to their website, bopwweek.com. Vote for me. Vote for all the other shit in Portland. It's fantastic, but give me that
especially vote for Josh Larsen.
That's right. Best Comedian. That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
That's
I know
all
that
had.
Chad doesn't have anything happening in his life.
Zero. Fuck all. Fuck all happening.
I think my next show is... Friday? No, I just got booked today, so I don't remember. I think it's a week from Friday. I'm on a painting show at Haymaker.
Haymaker.
Yeah. I'm not a good painter, so it's fun. It's good times. I think I'd make a good depressed Bob Ross, though. Like, I think I could do that, yeah. And then I produce a show the second Saturday of every month. So my next show is July 8th at Rose City Book Pub. That's my next. Yep. Anything you want to promote, Kris?
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be back here, in fact, thanks to Court tonight. June 22nd, I'm going to be back here for the Dirty Angel All-Star Show. Yay! Also, if you're not following Dirty Angel Entertainment on any of the socials, go do that because they put on fantastic shows all over the place. Like I said, they let me co-host an open mic, even though I'm not smoking weed right now.
Don't let that make you think negatively of Dirty Angel. Dirty Angel are good people, and they give people opportunity, like Kris, opportunities. Their shows are awesome. Sometimes.
Okay. I do want to announce that we do have a winner on this, though. And I kind of wanted to hold out till the very end because I knew you were all going to try to slide some shit in right at the tip there. Honestly, Chad Allen Gemma fucking wins it. Second place was Josh. Third place was Dani. Nobody got crossed off the bingo board, though, so you all still get to participate.
Oh, goody.
In this joint, I can't smoke. I'm like, fight over it. Again, thank each and every one of you for coming out here. There is one final thing I want to do tonight, and I did not talk to her about it before we're doing this. So when I get murdered later, you all know why. Once again, it is Chelsea's birthday. Now, when it was my birthday. Hey,
you already won.
Shut the fuck up. Now, when I had my birthday at the Dirty Angel open mic, Courtenay and Hijinks were there to do both renditions of Happy Birthday. I'm only gonna do the one because I don't have tempo. Yep. And I know that a lot of you are now confused about what the other version of Happy Birthday is. Google it. I'm not going to do this. So, on 3, we're going to go, and I hope you're all ready. Again, her name is Chelsea. All right? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chelsea.
Also, it was his birthday last week. Also, congrats.
Happy birthday to you.
Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea,
Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea.
Woo! Perfect. Once again, thank you all for coming out. There are cupcakes. We're going to break into that shit. Let's do it all again next month. See you then.
Yeah!
As soon as Kris said nobody's chanting, I was like, we need to just chant Chelsea's name. That's like the...
I'll just smoke when I go.
Okay, how we doing? Obviously, you two are in the back. I mean, we're trying.
I only have one face. Is it really 10?